Greetings, everyone. Greetings. So, welcome to the Scalar Sharing Circle. I pray everyone is well, everyone is expanding with every breath. And I wanted to announce Brett Dojo 6 in-person tickets are officially available. You can go on the main website, alchemybrett.work, click events in the top right or on the main page, and it'll bring you to not only in-person tickets. This is the first time I'm allowing people outside of Breath Family to also participate. And even if you can only do one session out of the 6 sessions that we'll do the whole day, you'll still get the full 6 downloads. Greetings, everyone. Do anyone want to hop on live already and share their testimonial on the car, what happened with their car, with the Scalar, and what did it feel like if you joined or did the live Scalar video that we did the other day? If anybody wants to hop on and share their experience, now is the time. All right, Zay. Greetings,
Oh,
Zay.
hello. How you doing?
I'm electrically well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I
Yeah,
wanted to actually,
do you wanna share your experience with the Scalar?
I actually want to tell you, you never sent it.
No, you're on it.
Oh, I remember you said you was gonna send the little thing, the picture.
I posted it in the story.
Oh, I didn't see it. Then that's weird.
Oh snap. Yeah, but I literally made a collage
Oh,
of
okay.
everyone who was on the Scalar, and
Yeah,
I posted it on there.
I've been feeling great though. I actually been fasting this whole week too. Been juice fasting. It was my birthday
Mm.
Thursday. So I actually been
Oh,
I've been
happy
feeling great.
belated. Happy belated.
Thank you. But yeah, I've been feeling real great. Um. Yeah, I'm not really sure like how it's been related to scalar or my fasting or all the above, but my breath work has been amazing. I did on my breath day I did breath dojo the whole day.
Oh, which one?
The first one I did
Oh, the first one. Okay.
round 1 through 5 or 6, and then no, I did it was 7 of them, right? It's seven
Yeah.
rounds. Yeah, I
No,
did one
I
through.
think there's about 6.
Okay, but I
Yeah.
remember I didn't get through all of them, and then the next day I finished them. But yeah, the the Breath Dojo, I recommend it to everybody. It's great. It's great.
It's on my YouTube. It's free. Everyone can get a taste of what Brett Dojo is like.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're having the 6th one in person, and I'm also going to allow people that are not in Breath Dojo to also participate and get their tickets. I mean, in Breath Family, and get their tickets and experience that.
Cool.
Well,
Cool.
thank you for hopping on, brother, and thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Oh, I actually want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
I did my second week of uh mental breath work, the color breathing.
Oh, yeah. Are you on
Um,
week? That's week 2, right?
week 2, yeah. I did green the whole week. I did 3 exhales for the whole week. Every time I
For
seen
green?
green, or like every
Okay.
time I remembered. I just started doing blue yesterday, and yeah, like it's a different type of feeling when like everywhere I go, I'm doing breath work. It's very interesting.
Yeah, and you'll start to realize like certain emotions are related to the colors you pick. I think
Yeah.
that becomes more apparent, and it's very wild because even in our traumatic events, like all the colors around us had something to do with that imprint of the traumatic event. So, breathing life into the color breathing, week number 2 will
Mhm.
bring some memories up, if you will, depending on which color you're focusing on.
Oh, that's actually happened to me too. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah. I didn't know that. That's funny.
So it's a form of color therapy that's practical.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
All right, brother. I'm gonna let other people hop on. Thank you
For
for
sure.
coming on.
Have a good one.
Peace and harmony. Yeah, guys. If you didn't get a chance to see the collage of everyone being on the scalar, you're technically still on the scalar. You didn't really have to print it out, but you're on the scalar. And also, if you participated in the previous live we did, I had that video playing over and over and over on the scalar as well. So if you energetically were part of that, you're on the scalar. So if anybody wants to hop on live and share their experiences, you're more than welcome to. What does combination and scalar feel like? Well, I have one of my clients. She has nerve damage, and when she does fasting and she turn on the scalar, she knows what it feels like to be satiated by frequencies. So it's different for everybody. Some people may feel it mentally, some people may feel it physically, some people may see it manifest in other ways in their lives. Scalar, yeah, scalar is, it's not mainly the physical aspect of it, but that's like a, it's like a, it's like an interesting derivative, if you will, that comes with the whole scalar. Yeah, so if anyone else wants to hop on live and share their experiences, I'm going to share the last Brett Dojo, well, a Brett Dojo collage, if you will, of everyone's experience. Let me know if you guys can hear it or not. All right, sound's not working. It's okay. Yeah, if you were here for the scalar car experiment, if you're one of the at least 15 plus people hopped on that day and shared a picture of their car. We ran EMF detox, we ran chemtrail detox, we ran, let me see. Let's see if I can pull it up. We ran so many. Let's see if I also have the scalar video in here. I don't. Or the collage, if you will. Yeah, look at that. I had to take a whole collage of everyone's cars and imprint the scalar. I don't have the scalar imprint in my phone, but I did do that. Okay, let's see. Here it is. So we ran EMF exposure, electromagnetic field, radiation, chemtrail spray related illness, detox chemtrail 1, 2, and 3, and also detox EMF. Yeah, so we ran all of those. If anybody wants to hop on and share their experiences with the car. I'm basically still waking up. I was basically in my car for only 40 minutes in the past few days. Okay. But if you do live in an area that spray chemtrails, you should have noticed maybe some type of difference. Tell us more what the experiment entails. So what we did was everyone came on here live. I took a screenshot of their cars and actually ran a biogeometric blueprint over it and actually put it onto the scaler and ran these specific frequencies into it. And when I did that, I had few people message me. I'm gonna post those testimonials later, but if anybody wants to hop on here live, does West Palm spray them? I don't really know. I never really noticed in West Palm. I haven't been too much up there in West Palm as much, but when I was up there, I didn't really notice any chemtrails in West Palm. Yeah, but we ran these specific frequencies and we put the car's picture onto the scaler as well. I don't know if anyone also noticed any. LA definitely. LA is sprayed up. LA is sprayed up to the max. LA is filled with chemtrails. Or just most of Cali, in my opinion. Like Huntington Beach area, Costa Mesa area. San Diego is a weird, not even say weird, but it's an odd, it's an odd center where I don't. The time that I lived in San Diego, I didn't really notice as much chemtrails in San Diego. All right, Isaac says, not a lot of chemtrails here, but most of the time either. I did notice myself drawn to my car, like enjoying the frequency of it. Isaac, if you want to hop on live and share your experiences, microclimate. I'm reading some of these questions. Microclimate in San Diego. Okay, that's what you were saying. Greetings, everybody. Yeah, if you are on the scalar or if you did the scalar breathwork video that we did the other day, you're more than welcome to hop on and share. Ashok, right back to you. Isaac, you're up north, right? Yeah, so even if you didn't drive your car, um, that's still technically turning it into a sucker punch, because that's what basically we were doing. Oh, Missouri, okay, yeah. So it's literally turning your car into a sucker punch because it's going against Missouri, yeah. It's going against the just chemtrails in general. It's very interesting with the EMF aspect of it. And I wonder if anyone here that did a lot of driving themselves, if they noticed gas efficiency at all being different. Let me know. I talked a little bit about that with the tensor rings and using tensor rings inside your gas nozzle, and you'll notice better efficiency with your gas because the quality of the gas gets better and better with the tensor ring being inside. So what do I mean by that? When you open the tank part and you know that thing where you screw it on the knob, so just literally put the tensor ring over it and close it. Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay. Peace. Unfortunately, I didn't do much driving today, but I will. Yeah, everyone who tapped in on live with their cars, it's gonna be on the scaler for X amount of times. All right, Tiller goes, I keep the scalar plates in the windows of my car for this reason. Great idea, brother. And that's why we also have the scalar stickers as well, because that specific symbol is not only on our scalars, but every scalar we sold worldwide. So we're creating a network. We're creating a network that is operating on many different frequencies running through that same exact symbol. So it's a beautiful network we're creating. All right, someone goes, what if I had a scalar running in a car I was living out of? Ooh, that's powerful. Let me show you what I did. What I do sometimes when I'm driving in Miami. Let me show you. I gotta scroll all the way down. But it is possible, and that's what I did when I went to Egypt. I had it in my backpack. I had the battery pack, I had the scalar plugged in, and it was going ham with the laptop, by the way, with the laptop actually running. Okay, scrolling. Give me a second. I need to create an album just called Scalar Videos or Scalar Examples. Almost there. Yeah, I was riding through South Beach, and driving-wise, I do notice driving-wise, here in Miami, we do tend to be aggressive, and a lot of people were passive when I had the scalar on. So that was pretty cool. I will say that. That's one of the things I do notice. I'm even thinking about putting tensor rings on the on the wheels of the car, and I'm like, because the wheels are spinning, and the tensor ring in motion of energy. That's the way it works anyway. When you put it under GDB imaging, you'll see so the electrons continuously flow over and over. So when you add it on the wheels now, I'm really curious to what that does energetically. I've seen someone create something where they put it on their hood, which is pretty cool and rad at the same time. And they notice their oil, the engine oil, specifically lasts a lot longer. I feel like that was a given because the tensor just enhances any quality of liquid and makes it better. So you can be getting the worst gas, man. It's so far down. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I literally have the laptop and the scalar. I don't know if you guys can hear the crystal singing. So someone goes, is a laptop better than the tablet? So someone goes, is a laptop better than the tablet? The answer is yes. In terms of the capacity, yes. There's over 40,000 different programs and frequencies you can run into from the laptop into the scalar because it comes with a frequency generator. So you most likely got the first generation of scalars. They have updated dramatically after. Miami driving is wild. Not bad, not good, just wild. Man, I tell you, I've never seen people drive on the shoulder of a highway before until I lived here in Miami. It's wild. Like, you know, I'm talking about the yellow part where you're not supposed to drive unless it's an emergency. You pull over. There are people driving just to skip the line, just going at it, just going over it. And there are people, you know, those barriers on the highway, they're plastic. I thought they were metal, or I didn't know what to think, actually. But seeing a car just go whoop, just right into the express lane over it, I'm like, oh man, okay, that's a thing. And I've seen it numerous of times to the point I did it just once. It's rubbing off on me. Someone go, what's up, brother? Waiting in Brett Dojo 6. Excited to be there, just waiting on further announcements. Oh, yeah. If you're just joining into the live, the tickets are live. If you're in Brett Dojo, check out the discount code in the chat, and it's all there. When sucker punches are clearing clouds, do you notice it clearing the line of sight to the sun? Most of the time, yes. Or you'll notice like a circling effect, like the clouds are literally circling around the place that you have the sucker punch in that sense. Grand Rising, Hutkanom. Greetings from London. Yeah, guys, if you're just joining and you participated in the Scalar and you want to share your experience, you're more than welcome to hop on. Yeah, so also Breath Dojo 6 is also going to be available for people that are not even in Breath family. The link is also there, so there's like an online option as well if you don't want to come in person. And if you come in person, by the way, you do get a gift. And the thing is, if you want to leave early, by the way, it starts 3 a.m. Eastern time going all the way to 12 a.m. the next day. And we're going every 3 hours. There's going to be a session. And this is a type of breath work. You're not going to pass out. You're not going to have seizures. It's not too much about hyperventilating or over breathing. You know, we're diving into mental breath work. We're diving into quantum breath work. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to have a DJ there, most likely, and a few surprise guests that will pop up out of nowhere. Some of you might know them. So this is more like a pilot run. I don't want to call it a festival, but it feels like an all-day retreat, or I like to say ascension. You know, there will be a lounge area. Juices and fruits will be provided if you want. This isn't a fasting retreat, but if you want to fast, I will help you. I will guide you in a sense. I feel like most people who do Breath Dojo by at least session 3, everyone will feel that, you know, I don't feel like eating too much right now. You know, that type of thing, that type of energy, at least by session 3. You'll see it in some of the testimonials as well. Just getting myself ready to to go to a megalithic to do some ascension work. Okay, Matthew. Yeah, this is probably one of the longest breathwork events here in Miami. This won't be the last for sure. I think I'm gonna do another Brett Dojo, maybe even once a month type of thing. We'll see. We'll see. Because I really personally do enjoy Brett Dojo. This is great. We appreciate your work and contribution to the community. Right back to you, brother. Thank you. When and where? So it's going to be in Miami Shores. If you go to the link in my bio, go to the main page and go to events. It's all right there. alchemybreath.work, and just scroll to events, and the option to do either online or in person, it's all right there. If you're in Breath Family, by the way, again, the discount code is in the group chat. Check it out. I want to do one. Yeah, tap back in, tap in. It's a lounge area, so if you don't have like an Airbnb or somewhere to stay, the space is open literally until 12 a.m. the next day. So, we have the space to ourselves. You can go and come as you please if you want. That's all up to you. And that's also the other thing I want to tell you guys, that each session is different. If you at least try out Brett Dojo 1 on my YouTube, go to the playlist. Each session is totally different, and we're having different expressions and different journeys with the breath, so to speak. And some sessions are even more personal. Like they're going to be very personal to each and every one, because there's certain elements that I'm going to say and invoke, and people get into their own elements in a sense, and it's going to be a collective resonance. Some of the Brett Dojo, by the way, will be recorded in terms of the audio, and some of that audio will actually be used in a subliminal breathwork coming out soon, specifically with bees. There is a particular exercise I want to do, and we're going to use the resonance collectively. We're going to have some producers on site, and we're going to take and transmute everyone's breath in that one sitting of Breath Dojo in a particular session, and use that particular track for the subliminal breathwork I want to release with bees. So Breath Dojo 6, some elements, not just one, but some elements of Breath Dojo 6 will be going into the subliminal breathwork with bees. So we are collectively co-creating a subliminal breathwork track, and it's your own breath. So really think about that. It's your own breath. So you get to hop on a track, and you're going to feel a deeper resonance and connective aspect to that. But not only that, your breath is really we're riding on each other breaths in a sense, per se. And it's going to be kind of random as well, which also makes it powerful. Also, it also humbles the ego in a sense as well, which is, it's going to be really, really powerful when we get to that particular exercise. And I'm really pumped for that. Alias.
Hey
Greetings,
man.
brother.
Hey, good evening, man.
Good evening. Did you
I'm really pleased to
were
be
you part
here.
of the Scalar at all?
What did you say?
Were you part of the Scalar experiments at all?
Nope. That's
No?
why I'm interested to hear you out.
Okay. And you have any questions? I'll take on one question.
Okay, one question then. So, what's that on your head?
On my head?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is an orgon plated pyramid,
Hmm.
and it puts you more into a theta brainwave state. It also deconstructs any EMF radiation as well. It's also been
Oh,
proven to, if you put fruits underneath this particular pyramid, the fruits last longer underneath. But overall, it aids in meditation, energy work in general, and structure in thoughts, in a sense. I never really talked about that, but hence theta brainwave state. Yes, structure in thoughts,
so
because think of it. The brain is the receiver, and how things are coming
yes,
in, it's somewhat
yes.
structured in a sense.
We are actually natural antennas. We receive the electromagnetic waves, and it's sending and receiving process.
Exactly.
So, hands up, man.
Right on, brother. Well, thank you for hopping on. I'm gonna let some other people
Thank you,
receive.
brother. We appreciate
Step.
what you do.
Appreciate it. Oh, you see a tensor ring? Yeah, I have a tensor ring here. I was wearing a tensor ring, but it fell. I'll get it later. All right. If anybody else wants to hop on live and share their scalar experiences, you're more than welcome to. I saw one request and then it disappeared. Oh well. What size are those pyramids? If you click the link in the bio and you go to pyramids, they tell you the exact measurements. I'm wearing at least three. If you can see, I'm wearing three pyramids here. And if you get to three, or if you get at least one pyramid in general, wear it like so. Because when you wear it like this, it harmonizes with the uh, I forgot what it's called, but it's a line in the middle of the skull. And as you get older, it gets harder and harder and harder, right? And this line in some traditional healing medicine, energy medicine, in that work, they say as it gets harder, the energy connectivity diminishes. That's why kids are so even more connected because it's softer in a sense. So when I started wearing it this way, I could actually feel more of a tingling sensation more in the middle. And it's been a while because I would wear it on the side like so, and I would feel way more when it's in the middle, in harmony and in symmetry. And look at it; it's like a cross, the Christos. All right, who wants to hop on live? At this point, I'm open. Yeah, if anybody wants to hop on live, let's do an AMA. Greetings, brother.
Hey, Rahubet, peace, peace.
Greetings. Were you part of the Scalar experiment at all?
No, actually, I was tuning in because I appreciate everything you do. Hey, first and foremost, I want to shout you out because you're doing a lot of great work for the community, my brother. Me personally, getting back into my breath work and stuff like that. I teach, information and such. But what you're teaching, my brother, and what you got going on, it's great, bro. It's great. So, I wanted to give a shout out. Also, I'm not a part of it, but I am going to be a part of it, and I'm also going to support it for the people that follow me to get involved because this is something that people need to understand as far as breath work goes. Breath is life. You know what I'm saying? And you have to have an understanding, of breath. And it filters right into some of the teachings that I be teaching, as well. So that's why I really appreciate what you got going on because it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing stuff. I see you connected, brother. Start being like-minded. You know what I'm saying? So I had to come in and give you your roses and give you your flowers right now because this is what we really need. You know what I'm saying amongst everybody. And I want to let everyone know that follows me. You know what I'm saying to follow this brother. You know what I'm saying and stay close to what he's doing as far as breath work goes and the advancements that what they're bringing out right now when it comes to this ancient technology dealing with all of the stuff that you got going on. I'm learning as well. I'm a student, so I'm learning with you. So I did want to do that. I did have one question for you though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Um, my question was a while back. I had seen you do this. You were walking on this like pad, and it
Oh,
had like
nails?
nails. Yeah, that's what it was. Yep. And I wanted to know where I could get that, and also if you could just for the public eye, maybe just give a briefing. I mean, I have an understanding of what happens. You know what I'm saying when you walk on nails in the endocrine system, but maybe you could just give the people some knowledge behind that walking on the nails.
Yeah, so each nail pad has different sets of metals. Some are fully copper, some are fully zinc, and each metal holds different sets of frequencies in a sense. But when you're standing on the nails, particularly walking, I like walking more than just standing because walking, you're hitting different meridians of the feet on random meridians as well, and it puts the brain into a deeper awareness into your body, and that shock wave it sends from the feet going all the way up to the crown is also felt as well. So it becomes a meditative aspect as well, and also you're building a relationship with how you deal with pain. So that's the other
Mm.
aspect about it too. And the more you do it, obviously becomes less painful and more of a journey of the mind, because the longer you're in it, the more you're going to ask yourself and have deeper questions like, hey, this and that. Um, some experiences as a child, so to speak, comes up, and it just goes on and on and on in terms of how you, what your whole view of pain really is, and how you deal with it, and how you can
So
breathe with it in that sense.
right. So in essence, what you're saying is like it stimulates certain parts of the foot that also stimulates certain parts of the endocrine system that send signals to the brain that might activate and stimulate and bring up certain traumas, things that we've been through in our past, certain things and experiences that we had, and doing this exercise will help people, what I'm saying, on a level of being able to get past certain kinds of emotional. Because I know when you bring pain up, pain instantly brings up, any kind of trauma that we ever had linked
Yep.
to pain. You know what I mean? So
Bingo.
that's deep. That's deep.
Yeah, you can get it on the website under the biohacking. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's all there. alchemybreath.work/lowercase b biohacking.
Bless. I'm gonna shout you out, man. I'm gonna push that, man, because that's real. I'm about to get some of those too, man. For real. Yeah,
Keep me up on your journeys, brother.
absolutely, man. I appreciate you.
All right,
What
peace
do?
and harmony.
What do?
Alrighty. I saw another request in here, then it also disappeared. Yeah, so now I feel like we're in the mood of AMA. We might tap into a little mini breathwork session towards the end. But if anyone was part of the whole Scalar experience, you're more than welcome to hop on and share what you felt over the past week, either with your car or with that breathwork video in particular. And if you're new to Scalar, what Scalar is, it's two frequencies of the same frequencies coming together, creating an impulse, right? And going deeper into the impulse, what do we have? What do we have that pulsates? The heart, but not only the heart, our whole organs pulsate. If you're still enough, or if you have more breath awareness, you know that you can breathe into different parts of your body. For me personally, when that awareness got deeper and deeper, especially, I want to make this a different live, but you know, the more I started to hone in on my sexual energy, the more I got more connected. Like I could feel the pulsations down there even more and more. And then it started down at the root. And then the next day, I started feeling more into my thighs. The next day, I started to feel the pulsations more all the way down to my legs. And your whole body vibrates. We just got to tune in. We are vibratory beings. All right, we have another live. Another person wants to hop on in. The phone may overheat, so I don't know what's going to happen. Because I thought it would be cloudy, but now I'm actually dispersing the clouds here. It was actually raining, if you guys saw a little bit dripping. All right, where you at, sister? Is the top of the pyramid wrapped around something, or what is that? Oh yeah, I'm wearing a tensor ring on top too, if you want to notice. Thanks for letting us experiment with you, bro. Yeah, for sure. The car is still gonna be on there. Chief, I don't know what's going on with the request. Oh, there we go.
Yo, peace, God. Peace to the gods of the building.
Peace and harmony. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Introduce myself real quick. I'm Chief Why
Where,
Not,
where
Chief of Why Not Gods. Yeah. I'm Chief Why
where are you
Not, Chief
calling
of Why
from?
Not Gods and Goddesses. Chicago.
Chicago. Devon, were you part of
Yeah.
the Scalar experiment at all?
Um, nah. But I tapped in. I just tapped
It's
in
okay.
with you. I just tapped in with you, to give show you some support, give my support. All love from me and my tribe as well, because I see you on the same frequency and vibration. I'm real close to Kanoon, the brother that just left from up out of here.
Mm.
That's one of my Nuwapian brothers, real good brother. And I see y'all talking about breath work, and that's very important. I just want to, tap in, maybe engage in a little build on, how important breath work is. Not for too much time, just for a little bit though.
Yeah, for sure. like I was talking with the organs, how they were vibrating at a certain rate, right? So if 70% of our blood is pumped by the lungs, what dictates what sends deeper information into those organs? The breath, your breathing patterns, on a day-to-day basis. In that sense, how you breathe is how you think. How you think is how you do. How you do is how you attract, how you align with frequencies in general. So like I say,
Definitely.
how you breathe frequently becomes your frequency, or how
Mm,
you breathe frequently.
I like that. That's dope. That's dope. I definitely agree. You know, so we all on a spiritual journey. Watch out, Zaza. We all on a spiritual journey. This is a spiritual journey that we taking, to divine knowledge itself. And I found out to truly be spiritual is to meditate. And to truly meditate is to, implement some type of breathing technique. So one thing I teach in my tribe is advanced meditation, divine knowledge of self, and mental healing as well. So um, meditation is medication,
Mm-hmm.
but and it's just like medication. You can't just meditate. We just can't meditate one day and then think we're gonna be healed or
Exactly.
manifest something large. You have to take the full script. You feel me? Of meditation, like full script of medication. But I teach though, meditation without breath work is very novice and it's amateur. We're ascended beings, and me and my goddesses in my tribe, we do not meditate without breathing technique. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, we created a very effective breathing technique that helps you get access to larger state of consciousness. Also, it's good for we call it spirit showers. So in my tribe, we call meditation spirit showers, because this is a great way for you to wash away all negative thought, feelings, and emotions. You take back control over your emotional state. Also, it triggers pineal gland activation. This type of breathing is very important, but this is the only way meditation works for me is through breathing, and nobody's teaching that like everywhere I go, you feel people talking about meditation, but they teaching people to meditate just to clear your mind and play some frequencies and get some sage. And I'd be like, and I've tried doing it that way for years, and I never seen any results. So eventually, I abandoned the practice of meditation for a very long time until I started getting into a lot of the Far East teachings. The Sris, Swamis, gurus, yogis. These people they utilizing breath work and they're ascending to higher states of consciousness. They really getting there. And I've been a consistent practitioner of meditation, like we call them spirit showers, for about I would say a full year now, like consistently. And man, it's been so many things that I've discovered through breath work. It's like your breath isn't a hallucinogen. It's a psychedelic,
It is
and it
psychedelic. It's a portal. It's because the breath resides in all dimensions of reality. And what I mean by that, well, when you're sleeping, you're breathing. When you're dreaming, you're breathing, right? So if you're in the dream state, if you're in a astral world, but your other body is still breathing, what do you think is the string that keeps it
mm.
connected? Even when you're gone,
Oh yeah,
so to
that's the
speak.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, even when you're
yep.
gone, so to speak, the body's no longer animated. The breath is what animates the body. So that breath, that spirit, is going somewhere else in a sense, riding the next wave, giving the
That's
next life, in a sense.
mm, that's so true because we teach what the spirit really means. So we use this word spirit very loosely, but it truly means breath, like you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit is the breath, and we trace this down through linguistics and etymology. From Latin spiritus to breathe to Arabic the ruh or ruhan means breath to Hebrew the ruach akadesh,
Yep.
the spirit, the breath of God. You feel me? So spirit means breath. It's deep though, and it's like and this is why we know, like the spirit has not left the body. When we sleep, the soul leaves the body and go into another body, and this is the astral plane. But
Hmm.
it's like you said, when you're sleeping, the body still has breath, so we know the spirit is still within the vessel, but the soul has left the vessel, which is the mind, and the mind has taken control of another body, and it's experiencing another reality. And it's deep though. We can even dive deeper on that because it has a lot to do with the unconscious mind and the subconscious mind. But I don't really want to dive too deep. But I definitely fuck with what you got going on with the breath work, man. And I just try to stay in alignment with people who's teaching, in alignment with my teachings. So
Aho. All right. Thank you for hopping on, bro. Oh, no, you can still stay. I don't know that that request disappeared.
but yeah though, so it's the breathing is very important. And we got meditation like down pack. And I say we teach advanced meditation, not just meditation. I emphasize advanced meditation because we utilizing a very very effective breathing technique that allows you to access larger states of consciousness within 3 minutes.
Oh,
So the
yeah.
the spirit showers is a 10-minute meditation session, but you're only doing the breath work, you know, for the first 3 minutes. The remaining 7 minutes, you'll be in the astral planes putting in that spirit work, doing what you need to do,
Oh,
whether
but,
it be self healing. Like I just healed my arm through meditation, self healing, cause my shit, I don't know what happened to my arm, but I just really started practicing telekinesis and aerokinesis. Like I've been going hard at it, and that shit had my arm so fucking swole.
mm,
I did 3 self-healing sessions for 3 days. That shit brought my swelling down, and it's like my arm feel way better. That's
okay.
another thing. I see your name, the Airbender. Whenever you get time, brother, I definitely would like to build with you on like airbending, aerokinesis, and
Well,
everything.
breathing is a form of aerokinesis. It still counts. So whenever I met someone the other day, who came to the pyramid party, and he practiced under, I forgot the guy's name already, but it's a really big YouTuber that practiced aerokinesis and stuff like that. And then he was saying he was about to talk about aerokinesis, but he was like, I had to hold myself because you're technically already doing it. Like I feel it on you because he can do aerokinesis and stuff like that too. But I told him I told him before he went deeper and deeper. I was like, breathing is also part of aerokinesis as well because you're manipulating certain patterns of the breath, which is air, in a sense, and that can also, depending on how you do it, like those who taps into the expansion, the mental breath work, the expansion breathing, you'll notice the more you do that, your surroundings, like wind, will start to pick up. Those aren't random winds when you start to notice and expand certain ways with the breath and your environment, down even with the color breathing, like the brother that was just on with the color breathing. You will notice those pockets of air start to pick up. And when those pockets of air start to pick up when you do these types of exercises or any type of energy work in general, and you notice that air, that's a more structured, chronic wind, if you will. And it's good when you notice it to just be still in it. And you'll notice a difference from just driving in a car, the wind is hitting you, or just walking, the wind is hitting you. When you notice and you put your intention behind um, these practices and stuff of that nature, and the wind starts to pick up, that's a cue that the environment is reacting to what you're doing. It's very subtle, but the more you do it, the more you pay attention to it, down to the
Yeah,
sound, and build also a harmonic resonance, like we talk in organ breathing, and using that to heal. Like I had a huge gash here with like cutting the crystal, and I use organ breathing for that. And you start to notice and build a relationship with how your auric field interacts with the environment using breath, because breath in general, it travels 3 to 4 days. Your exhale travels 3 to 4 days to come right back to you. So in general, in essence, the breath has touched, seen, experienced everything fathomable, right? So it carries that informational resonance of at least the internal and external building block of everything we know in existence. So that intelligence is also there within the air, if you want to call it that, or using the soul, like you were saying, the spirit, to latch on to the breath in a sense, and give more structure to how the environment interact
That's a
with
fact.
information. All right, brother. I'm gonna let some other people hop on here.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, and
Peace and
you're
healing,
welcome
man.
on here anytime. By the way,
Appreciate it.
okay.
All right. Peace and healing, God.
Peace and harmony. All right. Yeah, this turned into an AMA, but again, if anyone has tapped into the Scalar experience, you're more than welcome to share. Greetings, brother.
Greetings to you, brother.
How are you?
Oh, a little bit stiff neck because I had an accident with an electro skateboard, but yeah,
Ouch.
this will heal fast.
Hey, let's breathe life into that. That's what we should affirming. So
Sure.
have you tapped into the Scalar experiment, or you just wanted to hop on?
I want to hop on.
Okay.
Let's go.
What's on your mind?
I'm open for everything. I mean, I'm doing breath work since years, so I'm curious what you teach me.
Well, I'm not teaching. I'm just helping people remember.
Yeah, of course.
You know, that's how I approach things of that nature. A friend that helped me get the land for Breath Dojo 6. He was saying I'm not going to say the name. He's a big name in Breath. How things got to the point of copywriting things, and it didn't allow people to share certain things on YouTube and stuff like that. How bad it got. And I told him, like, that'll never happen to me. I'll certify people here and there, but I'll never like say that, hey, you can't do this because you're not this or that. If you come in and you learn and you feel what you feel, and you grow from that, and you want to share with others, I'm not the type of person to knock you from that at all. I think that's very important, because going
Yeah,
back to the aspect of remembering, it belongs to all of us in a sense, right?
of course. And the values I integrate also in my community. So we say like we do free learning and everybody's a teacher and a student at the same time.
I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. So are you gonna come to Miami?
Oh, I would love to, but I'm in Paris on a festival at that time.
Okay. Well, yeah. What's going on in Paris? Paris keeps on coming up. I had in-person people tell me about going to Paris recently. So what's happening over there?
So in early July is an awesome festival I'm part of. I will be there as a speaker and I will facilitate the workshop too, which is called If Trees Could Talk. So it's a festival about higher consciousness, breath work, creative people. And it's very close to Paris, but it's a little bit abandoned in nature with some nice facilities there and the lake. And yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh man. Yeah, I feel like Italy in general is gonna be packed. It's gonna be very packed this summer. I have
Oh, facts. I mean, Italy is
yep.
very close to my home country. I'm in Austria right now. And especially the Damen Hur community, they are very great in building all sorts of connections right now. And I mean, I feel like the whole world is connecting on a very different level. So people come to us in light speed, to everybody, like to you, to me, and we learn from each other. It's yeah, magical what happens right now, here and now.
Yeah, and it's just gonna get better with every breath. Because I did not expect to do something like Breath Dojo around this time, like in person with my own space. It's a beautiful blessing, and it's such a beautiful space. It's in the middle, a quiet area, and I don't want to call it like a festival, but it kind of feels like a festival, because I will have like a conscious DJ in between those 3 hours of break time. People are also allowed to leave and come back if they want, so it's going to be a free flow. There's going to be a lounge area, uh, a lot of surprise guests that will come through as well. So I'm really, really pumped for that.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I mean, I'm building my own mental health retreat this summer, with a few tiny homes and a swimming pond and a sauna, because I want to destroy the mental health system here in Austria and change things to the better. And we will have there all sorts of nice, peaceful, loving people that guide people through spiritual awakenings, or when they have um, trauma, things like that, to offer them a safe space to fully express, integrate experiences, and heal themselves.
Yeah, man, it's beautiful work. It's just like I posted. Hey, if you're an old soul,
Oh,
like,
hell yeah, I am.
yeah. No, the meme was I don't trust old souls. What are you doing here? Or why are you still trapped in what do they call it? I can't pull that. Barma. If anybody can remind me what it's called. But basically, why are you still trapped in the circle, in a sense? And my response was, maybe some of us felt that we had more to share with our friends and souls that were left behind, so to speak, in terms of if you believe in reincarnation, or letting the energy that is flowing through you, of what is being channeled out, in a sense, however people want to um, categorize transmutation, if you will. But that's where I stand in that sense. And everyone has different sets of missions. Everyone has
Mm,
different sets of intentions. But personally, I feel like, going back to the whole thing, remembering. I feel like remembering is such a powerful intention, because it gives us more of what we need than what we want as well, and it just fits in that beautiful category in terms of the remembering. And it's not. I feel like the whole aspect of remembering goes beyond just past lives. Into um, it goes into structures of thought. And what I
yeah.
mean by structures of thought, I mean, you're not just remembering past lives, in a sense, but we're also remembering what certain structures within our subconscious that is harmonious with ourselves start to formulate the more we, quote unquote, remember. And that muscle that we breathe more life into, the more we do that in terms of remembering, starts to help develop um, certain functionalities of thought, thus
Mm,
magnetizing certain inventions, if you will, or certain tools to help a person, like, go faster and faster, down to the sauna, down to the ice baths, and I can
hell
go on
yeah.
and on and on into beautiful tools that nature has reminded us to use.
Yeah. I have a very interesting question for you about ancestors and the lineage. I have a lot of experience, and I dived into many rabbit holes of my ancestors and explored some crazy shit of who I am and who my ancestors have been. And what are your thoughts on that? Did you did that work?
Yes.
Have you been curious about it?
So one of my core questions of remembering was, in what, quote unquote, past life did I have what I call breath consciousness? At what point in my past life did I have such a heightened point of what I call breath consciousness, and try to, not try, but pinpoint that exact area more and more and more, to the point where I had a session with someone that was helping me. He was doing QTT by himself, not through me, but I was asking him the questions. He also helped me answer some questions about the frequency breathers, in a sense, and he's also helped find missing children with law enforcement. The whole beautiful energy work that he's done for his community, and
Remote
in
viewing,
the
things
real
like
world.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I asked him, in what past life was I connected? The same question I've been asking myself, and doing energy work to connect more and more. It He started to give me answers, and was describing literally my whole life, in a sense, now, and he has no clue. Like, this is a person that doesn't even use social media. He's a old guy that's about to retire, by the way, too. Has no idea, and he was describing more and more, even in things that I was even leading to, that I know in the back of my head that I'm leading to in a sense, and he was describing that T for T, to the point where I'm actually now having a conversation with my past life through him. And it was such a moment in time that I realized how time, it was this moment in that moment in time where you just realize time isn't really what you think it is. And it's like, yes, we've been communicating such and such, and now we're at the point where you know, having conversations that was much needed at that time, and opened a lot of revelations, and where my path is in this moment in time as well. I don't want to go too deep because it's personal, but yes, it's a beautiful thing. And I want to say, with anyone that wants to dive in that sense, use what you are truly aligned in this moment in time to help guide you to that point of consciousness. Because, you know, we have so many past lives, if you believe it or not, in a sense. But which past life do you truly want to connect to that is aligned with you? Because through other people, you know, we may have a past life history together, right? You know, through, you know, not all of us want to
Yeah.
interact with even killers or robbers, in a sense, right? That will kill you on the spot type of thing. You know, I'm using that analogy to give everyone a sense of understanding of where do you want to align in terms of your past lives and stuff like that, in that sense. So it's beautiful to use what you're doing in this moment in time now. And even if you don't have a sort of clear path, but you know deep in your heart where you want to align to, so to speak, use that as a guide to pinpoint where, specifically, which past life can help you, or which past life you really want to connect to that aligns with you now. And the more you connect with that one, the more that one will start to help you even more. It's like in Avatar, when he goes through his when he goes into his body, goes into the Avatar state, and goes through all those ancestors that were avatars, by the way, not just random people. It was specifically avatars to help him get better and better and better and better and better to the point of reaching more of the avatar state, right?
Mm. So did you try like line activation meditation?
Yes. In a sense, with more of visualizations with the breath, in a sense, like
Mm-hmm.
like for instance, I'll just plain out saying, like, this exact exhale is connecting with such and such. I'm not gonna say my past life's name, but it's connecting with such and such right now. And the more I keep on doing that, the more you'll start to connect way beyond words, but the words will start to formulate. For me personally, it came later. Things start to formulate in the forms of synchronicities. Even the more and more I start to
Oh
dive
yeah,
in, using that
yeah.
type of muscle in my head.
That's how they show up, actually, right?
Yeah, and then the words start to formulate the more you exercise that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, brother. Well, I'm gonna have some other people hop on. I see a request. Thank you, and
Was a
remember,
pleasure.
you're more than welcome to hop on again. Peace and harmony.
Sure.
And we got a full house today. Michael. It was Michael's birthday week. Greetings, brother.
Hey, howdy.
How you feeling? How was your birthday week?
Pretty good, pretty good. Like,
And you were actually part of the whole Scalar experiment. Do you want to share?
yeah. So, I don't know. It was good. I had not the best week production wise, like for what I do for work, but like mentally, I felt great pretty much every day. I mean, no, there was ups and downs. Life is still, ups and downs, but like it was much easier to like center myself and be at peace. And I don't know if that's, I don't know what to attribute that to, but that's definitely how I felt. So, yeah, it was nice. It's definitely a good feeling, like when you can take a couple breaths and completely like back to neutral. That's huge. So
Aho, brother.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. That's all my experience was pretty much like trials and tribulations, but much easier to center myself and keep on going with my life instead of like I don't know being like caught in that cycle of negative emotions. A lot easier to just
Yeah, because
center.
when you're caught, you know, it represents stagnation. It's like mucus, right?
Yeah,
Kind of like mucus. That's where dis-ease tend to tend to rise,
yeah,
and that starts to formulate in the body in a physical sense. You know, that's an interesting part about stress. Even though people even don't believe in energy, this and that, they'll say stress. I'm like, hey, can you see stress? Can you actually see what stress looks like? I mean, it looks different for everybody, and it's more in your mind, right?
right.
So there's a connection there.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I've become like over the last year, or maybe it's been my whole life. I don't know, but I've become in a way like addicted to stress and anger, and I've been like noticing it like these last couple of months, and it's just crazy. So I mean, this week has been huge in just allowing myself to reset or creating the space, I guess, for clarity and happiness. So that's nice. So, oh, I can't hear you.
I said thank you for hopping on, brother. I'm gonna let another person tap in.
Yeah, heck yeah, yeah.
What?
Greetings, brother.
What? Hey man, hey man.
Greetings. Greetings. Were you part of the Scalar experiment at all?
No, I wasn't, and I was going through some crazy stuff for the past week.
Oh man.
But it's okay because you showed it to me through message, and I was like, yeah, I want to do that. Man, this is just amazing. I've been doing the well, I ain't gonna lie, lately I done fell off a little bit, but doing it like the breath dojo, what's it called? Breath Dojo 5? I think it's Breath Dojo 5.
Oh, you're in the members group, right?
No, I'm on YouTube with it.
Oh, Brett, that's
I'm
Brett
doing
Dojo
it.
One. That's Brett Dojo One.
Oh, that's Breath Dojo 1?
Yeah, you're probably talking about part 5 of Brett Dojo One.
Part 5. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I looked at Instagram. I'm like, he really on. I finally caught him. I'm like, let me get on, man.
I do
Amazing.
want to say, you know, when it comes to you know, keeping up with your practices. Never be down at yourself saying, "Oh, I didn't do it yesterday. I didn't do it that day." The point is just doing it, you know, and moving forward. At least you did it, even if it was even just 1 minute. Affirm to yourself, "Hey, I did it," and that way,
Right.
that 0.001%, it's gonna go to the piggy bank of your discipline, and just more and more and more. The more you just focus on that, it just grows and grows and grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. And by time you'll notice it by day number 30, even if it was for a minute, at least you acknowledge. Even if you acknowledge a minute too, that also counts. I want to say, and the more you acknowledge
Yeah.
it, the more it's just gonna grow naturally, where it's just gonna be effortless.
And see, that's the thing. I want to get more discipline and I do want to join the family. I'm just right now, I'm dealing with a lot, not going to put it all up on here, but,
Yeah.
dealing with a lot, you got to just, make sure you have the funds for stuff. So that's why I got a job now. I think I told you that. I was like,
I
I
think
got
so.
a
Yeah.
job now.
Well, the point
Yeah.
is with Brett Dojo One, you can just repeat over and over, and try, not try, but utilize some of those workings in your everyday life, at least randomly throughout the day. That's a point of Brett Dojo. It's not just the Brett Dojo experience, which is pretty powerful and beautiful, yes, but like you hear me in the videos, like, hey, this is how you want to utilize it here and there during this type of exercise, when you work out, when you're around this type
Mhm.
of person, and the list goes on and on and on. It's about utilizing it, man. Just get in the habit of putting it, implementing it in your everyday life, and you'll start to notice other things around you start to formulate and fall into the right alignment that you need, more than what you want,
Mm.
but it give you what you need. And then when you have so much of what you need, the little wants that you want is like icing on the cake.
Right, 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 right. That's right,
I hope, brother.
man.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let another person hop on. Thank you for hopping on, brother, and you're welcome on here anytime.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, peace and harmony.
Peace.
All right.
Hello?
Hello, greetings.
Hello. Um, yeah, I didn't expect to get put on, but
You're on. Where you
yeah.
calling from?
New Jersey.
Oh, Jersey. Oh,
Yeah.
were you part of the Scalar experiment at all?
No, I'd
No.
love to be eventually though. Yeah, I've been getting more into once I found your page, more into like breath work and all that, but I've been implementing and trying to implement that more into my practices, my daily practices and my journey. So just finding your page has helped like a lot.
Thank you for having me part of your breath journey, brother.
Thank you. I do have a question now.
Yeah.
I do a lot of like divination, like different forms of it, whether it's like shaman journeying and tarot cards and oracle cards. What's your opinion on and thoughts about divination in a sense?
I don't have too much an opinion, but with the breath, well, in general, I've I've dealt with all walks of life, down to the singer, the celebrity or whatever, or the construction worker, the the janitor, the quote unquote shaman, if you will, the qigong master, the kung fu master, the martial art, the jujitsu master. Shout out to Angel Gonzalez.
I've been doing
Um,
jiu-jitsu for like 14 years. Love
yeah,
it.
so you may have heard of the name Angel Gonzalez. He's the one that gave Gracie brother. Well, yeah, he's the one that gave Gracie brother uh, where they're at right now in that sense.
Hmm.
But in general, what I'm going back to is using the breath in any of these practices help elevate the experience. It elevates the quality as well, because the quality of your breath affects the quality of your mind, and you use the mind and you use the breath to do almost everything. So when those two are more aligned, in general, anything you do within that realm is affected either for the better or for the worse. In the sense of worse, what I mean is one would be so clear, and it's up to the person when they're clear enough to say, hey, am I lying to myself by doing these actions? Am i am i being more destructive to myself? Because those thoughts will start to become more clear. Those questions will start to be more clear when you do any of the actions moving forward. Like a friend of mine that I'm going to go see in Jersey, we've been friends since high school, and he's noticed that I haven't been sick in over X amount of years. So, it's now getting him to start questioning things. And he says, hey, what's the best quote unquote diet, this and that? And I'm like, well, if your breathing is on point, and that's why I don't force diet on anybody, but I will say that in terms of hydration liquids, I will push the person to give up dead water and um, start drinking more hydrating stuff, in the sense of either structuring your water, of course, in that realm. And that even helps as well. That goes hand in hand with the breath, because breath is structured water. Because when you're breathing in the atoms, in a sense, you're structuring it. But deeper than that, you're structuring electrons as well. And that electrical structure goes into the lungs, that is pumping 70% of your blood, sends out certain informational resonance to give you deeper understandings of feeling when you eat a particular item, when you interact with particular people. Because the more you can feel, the more you can deal. And what I mean by deal, the more you can connect with what's happening inside you. And that's what I mean by when you do certain actions, when you have the breath in alignment, you'll start to realize, hey, this food is actually not the best for me right now because I feel really, really drained. Or doing this action with this person is not the best for me right now because I feel really, really drained. So those thoughts, those revelations will start to become more apparent when you implement the breath.
I've noticed that, like, I've noticed my, I'm very like conscious of like my surroundings, how people make me feel, how things affect me, and just getting more into this, I've been just able to really, in a way, like weed people and things out and like consistently like grow at a better pace, I guess I could say.
Yeah, I can't see you, brother. By the way,
Does it not show the?
no, maybe you have to like zoom, put your phone zoomed out. Oh, there we go, a little bit. But yeah, continue.
But yeah, I forget where it's at. Yeah,
You
no,
were talking about weeding people out.
I've been just like being like more conscious with that, even just with foods. Like I've been, my food goal right now is working towards alkaline vegan, and just I've been noticing all the foods I've been eating my whole life now, being like more conscious with it when I take it in, how it really affects me, and it's not good. Yeah. I do have a one more question. I would love to know more about Scalar and all of that. Where would you say the best way to begin and really get more in-depth
Yeah,
information
so
about that?
I added a free ebook onto the Scalar page. So if you go on the biohacking page, I need to also update the impulse generator with the same book. But when you go on the biohacking page, go to the scalar plates with the laptop and the gold plated scalar, the double plated scalar. When you go on there, in the description there's like an ebook, so you can click that ebook to get more info on scalar.
Okay, all right, thank you. I also just got the book, Breath Consciousness for, no, Black Alchemy Breathing for Conscious Breathers, I think it was called. I
Yeah.
really like that. Need a, I read it once. I want to just keep reading it through, and letting everything really like stick and soak in.
A whole brother. Thank you for sharing. And guys, if you're wondering where you can find that book, you can also find that book on go to Breath Healing Tools and it's in the Breath Book Library. Peace and harmony, brother. I'm gonna let someone hop on.
Thank you.
Yeah, the link is in the bio. Greetings, brother. Oh, I can't hear you.
Okay, one second.
Oh,
Are you able to hear me now?
yes, there we go.
All right, peace and love, King.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. Were you part of the Scalar experiment?
No, I'm actually just tapping into your frequency right now, so I'm
Okay.
just gathering some information, my brother.
All right. Yeah, you have any questions?
Yeah, so last year was around this time was the first time like I was watching one of your lives, and then you taught me the nasal breathing, which sent some or helped clear some of the blockages within my brain and my whole nasal passage,
Hmm.
and literally because I have an injury right here, right, where there's a bullet lodged in my patella. So half of
Hmm.
my body has been basically tightened, right? But I didn't over like healing. I'm doing mushrooms, doing the cannabis. I came off all the medication and all that stuff. But your breath work, literally, that one thing you showed me unlocked everything plus the mushrooms. So now I'm getting downloads like never before, right? And I was in jail for the past 10 months, so I was still exercising, practicing half of the stuff. But I realized the breath work, the nasal breath work is doing so much. So I just want to just thank you and just ask what started this journey for you.
Oh, what started this journey was losing everything to a business partner in Cali, and I met my mentor at the time, and the number one thing that really propelled this even more was acknowledging the cause of my ignorance. That's like the straight, direct answer I can give you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Because
Peace and
peace and
harmony.
love.
Yeah, Hashim goes, alchemy, breathwork, and psychedelics equal game changer. Yeah, I might even do a. I'll be doing. I'll be part of. It's not. I'm not the one hosting it, but I'll be leading a breathwork in a mushroom ceremony soon. Uh, yeah, I'll be doing that. But I want to share my experience with psychedelics as well. I did when I did ayahuasca. I did I did alchemy breathwork for the whole 10 hours on it, and when that was also the start of the subliminal breathwork music, because after the end, everyone around me, everyone that was in the journey, everyone said that the hearing Devon, hearing you breathe that deep and doing all what you were doing energetically too, because we could feel it, it helped push us, break through. It helped push us break through. And listening to that also revealed the power of the mirror neurons, like I always talk about, the mirror neuron effect, but also how our inner ability to heal is within everyone. Everyone is riding that, at least that type of frequency, because the body does it by itself, whether you like it or not, right? The body does it alone by itself. So that in itself is a specific frequency, and the more you tap into that and honor it, the more people will start to feel you, but you'll feel more of yourself. That's one. But you'll be less affected as much when you're around people who may not resonate on your wavelength, in a sense. You'll be less bothered, in a sense. A lot of people get bothered. Like, I used to be bothered. I used to be like, one of my pet peeves was listening to people munch with their mouth open, right? And the years I was diving into this work, the more I started to let go, like, I wasn't even bothered as much anymore, because I was so much focused on my breathing, so much focus on my self-health. I noticed every time I would script, like something like would twitch in me, like, hey, are you gonna judge right now? Are you gonna judge right now? Are you gonna be angry right now? No. And it would be the question of, why am I feeding a type of energy that is blocking me from my direct happiness? Or not even happiness, peace. Or not even peace, harmony, right? Why am I quick to feed that part of myself that just puts up a barrier? Because if I react right now to the munching, like listening to that in a disharmonious way, where I could either just get up. I used to just get up and be like, I'm gonna just excuse myself without even giving a reason, just get up and excuse myself. Or also have compassion, in a sense. Because certain traditions are taught to eat with their mouth open. You know why? Um, Specifically, certain Chinese traditions are taught to eat with their mouth open. I learned this because it shows the appreciation you have for the food. That's their way of describing that. Because why? Because listen, when you're munching, you're also listening to the frequency of the food as well, in a sense. And I'm gonna give you game in this regard of battling any type of food disorder, any type of addiction, in a sense too, is definitely eat with your mouth closed. Why? Because when you eat with your mouth closed, the vibration, if you are chewing, the vibration of that frequency of food is reverberated in the mouth, sends a signal to the brain even more. Of course, your teeth and the chemical aspect reads it, yes. But when your mouth is closed and you're breathing more through nose in and out, there's more of a more in-depth biofeedback, right? And in the group, we go over organ breathing and how to utilize that before you swallow. That way, it adds more resonance to what you're eating and you actually feel more full. in general too. Yeah. Much love. All right. Anyone else wants to hop on live or any more questions? Let's see. Or if anyone has any, if anyone want to share any testimonials of their experiences with being on the scalar or even breathwork, I'd be honored to hear some of your stories, guys, of what your experience is doing some of the alchemy breathwork for yourself. All right, we have someone.
My guy, yes.
Greetings.
Hi. How are you? Everything okay?
I'm electrically well. I just saw your question, by the way, about the book.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Yeah. I have a question. Like, do you know many things about like deja vu? Things like this, you know?
Oh, deja vu. We were just talking about that, the aspect of remembering, right? The deja vu
Okay,
aspect.
yeah. I just came in your life like 2 minutes ago.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it was really what I was pertaining to about the aspect of remembering, in a sense, or synchronicities, in a sense. Well, the deja vu aspect is like the best way I describe deja vu personally. It's like your subconscious. Someone gets a shocking sensation to your conscious mind because your conscious mind somewhat is trying to formulate. I feel like I've been through this before, type of thing, and your
Yeah.
subconscious is giving a reverberation right back to the conscious mind, saying that yes, you have this and that, or maybe it's like overloading in terms of information in the subconscious, but it feels like you have in the conscious mind, in a sense. But I will say the more you're in tune with your breath, because the breath connects the subconscious and the conscious
Yes.
mind in
Yes.
that regard. So the
You
more
know
you
what?
can,
I have a question for you, and maybe you can understand it. It's not like a question, but I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to think or do with it, you know? We all live like one time, so we don't know everything, but we try to learn. And yeah,
or remember,
like,
or remember.
yes, you know, like this. So my thing is like, I have experienced a lot of deja vu, you know? And like, I write these things down as well. Like when I have a very sharp like vision, I write it down, you know, with different kind of aspects what I see in that vision. And then maybe a couple months later, I get into that vision. But most of the time when these things happen, like for example, if I get into a fight or I get into a very beautiful situation, I, you know, like at the moment I experienced the vision, like when it didn't happen yet, my heart bouncing rate is like very fast. And at the moment I experience it, the heart rate is also fast. And in the last 3 or 4 deja vus, like the most strongest what I have experienced in my life, the heart rate was all the same, you know. And I think maybe this has some kind of connection or something, you know, because it is brief work as well. And when I see your Insta name, you know, then I think like maybe this guy can help me with this question.
It's a beautiful thing. You can connect the physical happenings in your body because some people are numb to it in that sense.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
met this. I know this this I don't. She doesn't like to be called a fortune teller, but when she uses her gifts, her hands shake.
Yeah.
Her hands start to shake.
Yes.
It's a form of something to do with the brain, but you can tell that you're accessing part of your brain and your body is reacting in a certain sense. Her right hand in particular starts to shake because when the person asks the questions and she goes through the process of whatever she goes through, her right hand starts to shake, and the right hand also represents the aspect of giving. The left hand is for receiving, right hand is for giving, right? So I
Yes.
noticed when she asks herself certain questions, like when she does her own thing, like by herself, her left hand starts to shake, and left hand is for receiving. So our bodies give somewhat of a clue to tap
Yeah.
into. And
Yeah.
I told her this. I'm like, hey, do you notice this and this is happening? She said, oh yeah, I notice. And whenever it happens, I say in my mind, whenever if she's having like a one-on-one with somebody, I say right, 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 right. That way she knows like by itself, like she's not even doing it. Like you can tell it's just
Yeah. Yeah.
random. Like her right hands just start shaking, and she says right that way her conscious mind in a sense is more aware of the energy that is either going into the right hemisphere of the brain in a sense or the right hemisphere of the right hand. And she actually did brain studies too, in Colorado with a friend. So we connected we connected the aspect of the conscious connecting with the subconscious releases, and that way she could formulate words and visions of what she's seeing in terms of the downloads that she's getting and giving it to a person. That's why she says right, right, right. But if she's doing like self-talk, self-revelations, whatever the case may be, she'll say left, 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 left. As soon as she feels like a twitch in her left hand, this is before the shaking. He says before the shaking, any subtle twitches I feel that starts to happen, that's when I start saying like left, 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 and the left hemisphere of the brain starts to tap in. So with you in particular, now that you notice, because everyone's different, but you specifically notice that your heart is
Yes, my
doing
heart
what it
rate
does,
is
you can
like
start saying
beating the shit
yes.
out of me, you know, like what the fuck?
What I would
Man,
suggest on your exhales, tap your heart when this exact thing is happening, and then on your inhales, be still, relax. On your exhales, tap, tap, tap the heart, and say to yourself, remember, 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 remember. On your exhales, though, on your inhales, be silent as much as possible. On your exhales, yell it in your mind, if you will, or yell it out loud, if you
yeah,
want.
yeah, I
However,
feel you.
whatever works for you in that the exact moment, and tap on the heart and say, remember, remember, remember. Mostly, also do it more with the nose. That way, you have clear direction going up the channels of the brain, going back and forth, connecting, 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 and also elongate the exhales always as long as you can while you're tapping, longer and longer and slower. And you also notice, um, I want you to also start off, and this also will help with people who have severely seizures or panic attacks. This also helps as well. I said this probably 2 years ago in a video, so now let's revisit it. So this helps as well. But when you notice your heart starts pounding like that,
Yeah.
match it. Do you notice also your breath types kind of moves fast in a sense, right?
Now, like the last two times this happened, it was like I was traveling in a car for like day and night, and then the next day I was still awake. You know, I was like
Mm-hmm.
driving to different countries, very far away, and at that time I just came in the hotel, check in, lay down on bed, you know, and at this moment it was like a
Uh-huh.
rest moment. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like, but then things you know start to kick in, you know, like at the moment I had the most like powerful vision until what I have experienced now. I couldn't even left the vision. I was like trapped inside.
Uh-huh.
Like I I saw a river, yeah, and it was like very beautiful. It was sunny weather. It was like beautiful with trees next to the river and everything. And in the vision, the weather changed and the river, the level of the water, it rised a lot. And at this moment, my heart started to bounce a lot because I didn't know what the sign was out of this, you know. And I wanted to like escape the vision, but I was trapped inside, you know, and I had to see it all. But in this vision, I saw like maybe more than five different aspects, what is like very special, and I could remember them very good. But it was like the next day that I remembered little things, and I told my girlfriend, like, okay, I you know what happened yesterday night? I see this and this, and she told me, yeah, you told things about a river and blah blah blah. You know what else? And like maybe 3 months later, yeah, I was busy with a project where I'm like working on for the last 4 years, and things were getting on in a good way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like the project and my partner, he lived in a city, and I went to stay in a hotel outside of the city, in the countryside, you know. And there I came at the hotel, and this was like the hotel what I have seen, but I didn't recognize it like directly because I stayed there like 1 week, and like after like 4 days, because we change a room every day because we didn't know how long we stay, you know, like, so I booked daily, and every day I got a different room number.
Mm-hmm.
At like the fourth day, the real deja vu start to kick in, you know, because the room number gave me the first like confirming deja vu. And the room number, you know, I smoke a lot, but it's funny, you know, because the room number is 420. And when I told this like to my girlfriend, she was like, "Man, shut up, because you smoke too much," you know. You know what I mean? And she is not a smoker, so she don't even like these funny jokes about these things, you know. So she was like more like, "Shut up, man," you know, like this is not funny. But anyway, like the room number was 420, and next to the room number there was like the logo of water flow, like energy, you know, like
Mm.
and this is also the logo of the hotel. So
Oh,
like,
it's like a triskelion.
yes, and like when I see the 420 and this logo next to each other, my heart was going like boom, 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 and I was walking to the door. And when I enter, you know, I'm Muslim, so I say to myself, Bismillah, when I enter the room, you know. And I enter and I stay on the balcony. And at this point of the hotel, you could see the river very clear. There
Ah.
was a river outside of the
Ah.
hotel. And in all the other rooms, you couldn't see the river good because the trees were blocking the side of the view of the river, you know. So in this room, it was on the corner of the hotel, and I could see it very clearly. So I went to smoke my joint on the balcony, and at this moment, the weather started to change. But like the weather changed, but the water level was already raised up because you know it come from the mountains, you know. So when the weather go like that, you know, like the mountain will start to flow water downstairs, you know. So the river was high, weather changed. I was in the room where I had this deja vu with, and then the second deja vu start to kick in when I was on the balcony, you know, like, and those two were the biggest two of the first day. And then the second day after, I had like a couple other small ones, like I was standing with a couple friends under a big tree, and this tree and this position of view gave me also deja vu. And then like I have also my own number, you know. I don't know if you're like know, I think you know these things like numerology, and sometimes you see numbers, and I have the feeling they talk to me
Yeah,
sometimes, you
synchronicities.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my number is 2222. Like since I was young guy.
It's funny. It's funny you said that because when we first got the pyramid here a couple days ago,
Yeah.
2 days ago,
Okay.
that was the first frequency we were running through the pyramid.
Okay, nice.
22.
Nice. 22. So this is my number, yeah. So when when the third deja vu started to kick in, it was like on my number. Like my friend was telling me, he came to me to see me, you know. Very simple thing, but it was just on my number, you know, like, and I was like, wow, man, you know, it was the fourth time, you know. And then when my project finished, like this project I'm working on for years, and this was a part of the project with one partner, but I'm still working on this project, but not with him anymore. But when this project finished, like I finished it in my way, in a good way. And like at that moment, I look up in the sky, you know, and I'm like very religious. Like, you know, my family is from Turkey. They are like Muslim, but not like Muslim because they have teach them to be Muslim, you know. Like my people, we come from Tibet, so we are like only believing in nature, you know. Like we are a shaman. Like my family, they are all shamans. They live in the forest, they live in the mountains, you know. Like my dad is the first generation who moved out of the mountains. So like they used to live always with nature. So I, at the end of the project, I thank the universum, you know, to give me this project and make it all safe and well. And at this moment, I look up in the sky, yeah, and I have not seen in my life so many stars falling down. Not, it was not 100 stars. It was more. Like in maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it was like thousands of stars passing by, just one at the time, you know, like tuck, 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 tuck. And I was with a friend as well. Man, you know, this guy, he know I was into a lot of energy and all these things, but he didn't know it was strong like this, you know. And the guy who I am, who I was with in this project, like not my partner, what I told before, but like my good friend, he was with me all the time. And I met him on a very crazy way as well. Like someone, he linked him to me and he sent his number and he say, you know, maybe this guy, he can help you with your project and did that. And I was like, okay, whatever, you know, because this is my friend and he won't link bad people to me. So I opened his number and the profile picture he had, I had deja vu. I had seen him before, you know, and he is the one who got into this project as well. And I tell you something funny, yeah, like these things are still going on, you know, like it's not even finished. I'm still in this thing and like it's still going on, you know, like the universe talks a lot to me. Like the numbers and things, you know. I can't hear you, man. I don't know why. Maybe the connection is
There
bad.
we go. Yeah, the
Yeah, now I hear
universe,
you.
the universe is also inside you. Let's also remember that part, and the fact that you can use your heart, the fact that you are aware that the particular body that is resonating with the deja vu aspect, and it's beautiful that you realize this, because like I said, some people are numb to it. Yeah, some people are numb to it. Some don't even have that realization of which part is reacting the way it's reacting to certain happenings like deja vu or synchronicities. So a great tool for you again would be on the exhales when this does happen is tapping the heart on the inhales, relax, exhales, tap, and then do it for a couple breaths as long as you can. And then during the resting period when you're done, just keep the hand on the heart as long as you can and say to yourself, I'm remembering with every breath. I'm remembering as I exhale. As I inhale, I'm remembering. And it just goes on
You
and
know,
on. And that's a
I don't know
powerful
if you
tool.
believe that, but in this, but like in the Islam, we believe everything is written down already, you know, before you come here.
Yes, yes. So
So
it's all
I
about
think
going
like
into what
sometimes you just have like,
some of you call the akashic,
I
tapping
don't
into.
know these words. I'm not so good in English, man, to be honest. I try to do
Think
my
of it as
best.
a library of happenings of what has already happened in a sense, and you're tapping into that.
Yeah. No, I feel you, man. We're gonna definitely speak one more time, yeah? I have to go now, but thank you. I appreciate your time.
All right,
And
brother.
you're a good guy, smart man.
Peace and
Keep on
harmony.
going, yeah? Yeah.
All right, I saw a request there. I don't know what happened. Greetings. Yeah, we're still on here. If anybody, someone goes, can we talk about the breath work for anxiety? I mean, alchemy in general is alchemy breathwork in general is great for anxiety. Even people who have quote unquote terrible experiences with breathwork. Like I met a lady yesterday. She said she went to something in the 80s or around the 90s, and she like couldn't stop shaking and stuff. Well, I was like, oh well, that type of breathwork is more of sympathetic. You know, there's other styles. There's like mental breathwork, like I do share mental breathwork, color breathing. And some of you who were here for the last breathwork session we did, we weren't breathing sporadically, we weren't breathing heavy, and you all felt, most of you who were on that live, everyone was saying like, "Oh man, my hands, my hands! I'm feeling the heat coming from my hands, just from breathing through your eyes without any sporadic, right? Without any fast-paced breathing, without anything in particular. We were breathing naturally, and you were feeling that. You know, like I said, breath is not one-dimensional. It's very multidimensional. All right, someone else wants to hop on live. Greetings, brother.
Hello, how are you?
I'm electric. Were you part of the Scalar experiment at all?
What experiment?
The Scalar experiment?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Netherlands.
Netherlands. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, do
Yeah.
you have any questions, any insights?
Yeah, it's quite like a simple question, but I'm quite wondering like, how do you talk to yourself, you know, in your mind, like your inner voice?
My inner voice, how do I talk to myself?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny you said that. So I have certain, what I call breath affirmations that
Mm-hmm.
I developed like a library in my head, in a sense. And it's funny, when I stopped saying them, there's 1 week when I stopped saying them, I could just hear it in the echoing back and forth when I would go certain places. It was like it was working on itself by itself. And that's like that's how powerful our subconscious mind is. When we learn to connect certain things within our lives on an everyday basis, it's easier for the subconscious mind to pick up on and use that to either release good quote unquote programming that you set, or if you don't have any program at all and you're more sporadic, there's really
Mm-hmm.
no quote unquote structure there for the subconscious mind to really help you. You know, you gotta be specific to the universe or God, Allah, the co-creator, however you want to describe it. You have to be very specific in that regard in terms of which path you really want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very specific with my subconscious in terms of using breath mechanics
Mm-hmm.
to have that conversation with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw this thing you were doing, like this breath work with your nose, and I was curious, like, yeah, how did you kind of discover it and like develop it, you know?
Yeah. So I took what I learned from the practice of Bigu, which is a Taoist energy cultivation practice, and it combined the scientific aspect of everything is a quote unquote technology based off the human
Mm-hmm.
body, and combined them to what I call alchemy breathwork.
Mm-hmm.
Pure nasal breathing, and most of it is channeled at this point. If I wanna come out and say that, but yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's where it stems from.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't said that publicly at all, but yes, most of it's channeled.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for
Thank you,
sharing.
brother. I'm gonna let other people hop on,
Yes, yes, thank you. Bye.
but that's why I keep saying the breath itself is teaching me. It's still teaching me. I had this one particular client. She's never even saw any of my YouTube videos. She's never even seen any of my Instagram. She doesn't even have social media. This is a client that has an assistant that knows of me and knows that her boss needs help with such and such. So she set up the appointment. And when she set up the appointment, we were just talking. I wanted to, hey, can I get to know you? Because that's what Alchemy Breathwork is about, utilizing it in your daily life, such and such. And she goes, I have an affirmation that I said to myself too, that the breath is still teaching me. The breath is teaching me. The breath is teaching me. And I told her, like, wait up. because that's one of my affirmations I love to use as well. So it's funny because she ended up joining Breath Family because she loved the breath work that we did. And she said that, hey, isn't it peculiar? Like I just magnetize towards you because I really wanted to dive deeper than just this style of breathing or that style of breathing or that method, because I feel like it has to go deeper than just going fast-paced breath back and forth, this and that. I'm like, yeah, the breath has characteristics, and it's wild that you're finally understanding as well as I do that the breath is a living entity in itself. The breath is also, I don't even want to say mechanical, but the breath itself is a functionality of life that carries the spirit as well. I don't want to say entirely that breath is fully spirit. And like I say, there's an aspect of our living that it's not just the breath keeping us alive, but it's the mechanics of the breath that's keeping us alive beyond the aspect of the physical inhale and exhale. That's why different styles of breathing activates different parts of the body, activates different parts of the mind. Even normal breathe. That's what I proved. If you go to the brain research part on my webpage and you go what I did at Pathwaves, I was doing normal breathing, just regular breathing, doing different styles of alchemy breathwork, what I call alchemy breathwork. And they was like, man, I didn't hear any shifts in your breath, this and that. And we're seeing this reading, we're seeing this reading, we're seeing that reading. Look how much spike. If I had this machine, Devon, I'd be reading your spike readings on this part of the level will be to the roof. All right, we have someone else wanted to hop on. Yeah, so many different dimensions of breath. And that's what we're going to definitely be diving into that space. Greetings, brother.
Blessings, brother. Yes, bro.
Blessings. Were you part
Thanks.
of the Scalar experiment?
I was, yes.
Yeah, do you want to share?
I'm happy to. Yeah. I tuned in because I see you keep asking people, and they're like, "No." But yeah, so yeah, I was really grateful to be a part of the Scalar experiment. To be completely honest with you, I know nothing of it. I've actually been racking my mind to try and recall what like how I got connected to you in the first place. But I know what stands out for me is the apparatus you use for your nasal breathing. So I've been thinking so first off, yes, as part of the Scalar experiment, I don't know.
Which one, the car or the breathwork one?
The car.
Oh, the car. Are you the one with the RV?
No, not
oh,
yet.
not okay.
I have an older BMW. It's
Okay.
like a navy blue BMW, but I'm in Guelph, Ontario. If you recall,
Ontario.
you said
Okay.
you were like, oh yeah, they're filming movies over there. They're filming a lot more movies.
I don't know chemtrails up there. Have you noticed chemtrails?
So where we are, it's like there's a lot of agriculture. It's not. I haven't really noticed, to be honest.
Okay.
But the last few days I've been under the weather, like with strep throat, unfortunately. So I haven't been like out and about driving my car, this and that.
Okay.
But certainly been in a detoxification protocol.
Hey, I mean the car is resonating certain frequencies, so at this point, you may be feeling the symptoms from that, because I have had people go through those symptoms before when tapping into the scalar.
Amazing. Yeah, I have been in and out of the car, and I go get my water from a spring, which it will be going into the car. So hopefully that will be impactful. But I appreciate you, and I've been on your live for the last hour, and the community here is amazing. And I wanted to ask you a personal question for me.
Yeah.
Just where's the best place to start? Like, everything you're talking about resonates so beautifully. And I've actually recently joined an amazing community in Toronto, where I'm from. And they have a sauna and ice bath, and it's called Othership.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and
they have the sauna and the ice bath together, right?
Together.
Oh, perfect. That's the way to do it.
And they're kind of reframing it as a social thing to do, and they do guided ceremonies, and you can go there on a Friday night or a Saturday night. It's the coolest it's the littest thing I've found. and I'm so excited that it's in Toronto, and I think it really connects with everything that I've been hearing you talk about. So I was excited to share that with you and the community, but also to ask, where's the best place for me to start with learning some practice of the magnitude that you're talking about?
Yeah, so I still do one-on-ones for now. I still do that. I do also have Breath Family Members Group that has the whole Breath library, not the whole of it, but a lot of content in the Breath library that you can go over. And we're still doing online classes together. We're doing Breath Dojo that's coming up.
Look.
It's going to be, oh, yeah, it's going to be Breath Dojo 6. It's going to be in person and online. So that's going to happen again very soon.
Okay.
June 11th. That's the next one coming up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So if you're part of Breath Family, you get free access to that already. If you're not part, and I'm also giving people the opportunity, if they don't want to do like a monthly subscription, they can now join in the Breath Dojo experience and get a feel for that.
Excellent. Yeah, I hear you saying that you have some land affiliated, and it's like a pseudo festival in essence.
In essence, yeah. I don't want to call it a festival, but
Yeah.
It's gonna kind of feel that way in a sense, a little bit.
In a sense, yeah, man, sounds super cool. I'd love to get more involved. So I imagine the link is in your bio. I asked you before, like.
Yeah, so if you go to the main page, alchemybreath.work, you can go to Breathwork if you want to do the one-on-ones. Anything over an hour, you get free access to the Breath Family, by the way, for a lifetime. If you want to do Breath Family, you just click Breath Family, and the members group is like right there. If you want to just do the Breath Dojo alone and just not do the monthly subscription, and not also there's also subliminal breathwork music in the Breath Family members group as well. There's a chat group, like it's all in there. But if you just want to do the Breath Dojo 6 and have that type of experience, go to events, and it's all right there too, the in-person and online.
Brilliant. Sounds great. And
All
actually,
right,
I tuned in when you went to Egypt. Also, I was able to tune in for some of that. That was really special.
Really have you ever been?
Not yet.
Oh.
The closest and most ancient place I've been is Jerusalem, though, Israel, not too far away.
Okay. I mean, this whole earth is ancient, so.
Yeah, no doubt. For sure. But lately I've been fascinated by the Giza Plateau and just like the energy of the pyramids and what's kind of being communicated there.
Yeah, next year I'm going to Bosnia.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
Yeah, the bigger one. One of the biggest ones, and at least I feel like I get to do more there because my friend, she knows the owner of that pyramid right now, so I get to maybe even ship out some things over there and have different ceremonies and things of that nature. That'd be really wild to just do that. So
beautiful.
The year after, we may give everyone a whole year next year, but 2024 I may be heading back to Egypt, so just putting that out there.
Groovy. Thank you.
All right, brother. Have a breathful day. Peace and harmony.
Much love. Thank you, bro. You too. Peace.
All right. Somebody else wanted to hop on live. And depending on how many people are left on here, this may be the last one. And it's very synchronistic because he was the last one last time for the Scalar experiment. Greetings, brother.
Greetings.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I remember you from the Scalar experiment, the car.
100%. And do I have a story? Hey, sure. So since we did that experiment, right? I mean, I haven't done my research on it or anything yet. I was just like, all right, let's see what happens. You know what I mean? So I was at work, right? And we do deliveries of fruit and veg. And so I'm driving all these different vehicles, right? And eventually, like, you realize that some cars, they can't pull their own weight. Like, you know what I mean? Like how some people, they can't pull their own weight. Some cars, literally, they don't have enough power to pull the stock that you need to deliver. You know what I'm saying? So back to the cars that got scaled, right? You know that white Hyundai?
I remember it. Yeah, that was the second one. You said, "Hey, can I put this car on it? Not the dream one."
Yes, the first one was, you remember, the Audi.
Yeah.
So the Hyundai went in for full service. Like the car got cleaned. You know what I mean? They're changing like the spark plugs, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like it's getting built back up since that day.
Okay.
You know, that's very good news, you know, like it is. The car recently hit, you know, when a car gets to 200, like on the mileage, you know,
Yes. Yes.
it needs like a hectic service. It's like with people, like even myself, I got a bit of sinus blockage and like that's been affecting my breathing. And you know, do you ever get sick, huh? Can I ask?
I used to, not anymore.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. 5 years.
Knock on wood, hey? Let me find some wood quick. I got it. And yeah, and also because of driving those trucks that don't have much power, so I went into that Audi, right? And I just put the accelerator full, like full 100, and the thing just zoomed. Because that's what you do on the truck. You need to press it full so that it can go like on the highway when you need speed, you know? And I feel like, sure, in life, you can really just be grateful for people, you know? Because people can change everything.
Yeah. So before, are you saying the car didn't do that?
Yeah, no, didn't. It's never zoomed. Like it zoomed, it didn't drive. It just went,
Ah.
you know what I mean?
Ah. Okay. 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 I think I'm getting it now. Okay. Wow.
It's crazy. It's mad. It's like it got like sort of its own personality in a way.
So I always love revisiting this story, and I'll go also
Yes,
in the Japanese as well. Before
that's
any religion was formed, there was something called animism, where
yeah,
even the great shamans, the great elders talk about this, where our people, humanity in general, used to have such awareness of being. They would say that the stick over there is living, it's breathing.
yeah,
The rock over there that doesn't move or anything, it's breathing. The metal, it's breathing. It has resonance. It's living. It's
yes,
animated.
yes,
And that's what they call
exactly.
animism. So in Japan, they have the stories. I don't know. I forgot what it's called, shukigami or something like that. And they say that when you become, you treat your things in a harmonious way, it starts to develop a life of its own. It has an essence of you in it because
Definitely,
you're taking care of it.
definitely,
You're giving it, quote unquote, love. There it is, that love essence, right? So
literally,
in a sense, this is what kind of the scalar does to inanimate object. But every object, in my opinion, is animated because
yeah,
everything is not stagnant. Now we're talking about the Western side of things, the Western science, where they say nothing is truly
yes,
solid. Everything is moving at a molecular rate. So it is somewhat living, even down to the car, down to the metal. Where do you think
literally.
the
You know,
metal came from? The
the
metal
car
came from Earth.
breathes. You know
Huh?
what I mean? It breathes. It has a nose. It has an intake. It has
Boom.
an intake. It has the whole system.
It has it,
I
right?
think the car replicates the body quite a
Yes,
lot.
yes. Not that's where I got the idea to go further with the alchemy breathwork, because every technology known to man is based off the human body. That's why cars can actually run on water. There's water technology for cars to run on water.
Imagine,
There's even
imagine that.
technology to get the car to run on air.
Yeah, for
That's a
sure. I
thing.
mean, yeah, like just vacuum, like just using vacuum, or even, you know, like static electricity. You know how they make kinetic art? Now
Yes.
imagine you put an engine on kinetic art and you can control the speed or something. You know, just people must be creative. You know, and then
Yeah. All
you
the
know
way
we
down,
all win.
all the way down to even using magnets to create a force to get the car to even move. That's even a thing.
Exactly.
Even using mercury, that's even a thing. So all these
Yeah.
technology exists, and going back to the fact that it's based off the human body.
Definitely. Definitely. I had such a great experience. Thank you for doing what you do. And
Thank
that
you,
was just
brother.
great. You know?
And your
I hope,
cars,
you know, I
by the way,
hope next time.
anyone that has a cars on the
Yeah.
scaler, it's going to be on there indefinitely for now. So just know that.
Yeah. Wow, that's such a pleasure. Thank you.
Have a breathful day, brother. Peace and harmony.
Thank you. You too. Appreciate it. Goodbye.
All right. I am really surprised the phone has not overheated yet. That's a beautiful thing about the body, right? The body. Hold on, I'm reading something. Yeah, Bosnia. Everyone will know when I'm heading to Bosnia. Apparently, I'm gonna just give you a heads up. If you truly can make it to Bosnia, or you live close by or in that area, and whatever the case may be, when I post it, get on it ASAP. I'm just planting seeds right now because Savina, who is pulling me out there, so blessed because she knows the owner of the pyramids over there. Um, she has a school of over 20,000 women, and they're the first ones that are gonna know. So by time I post it, and hopefully I do it in time, everyone on my side or everyone who follows me on YouTube or whatever the case may be, you'll know kind of secondhand. I can only work so fast in letting you know because by the time I give her a confirmation, just like that, because she already has women that are already ready to go over there. So giving you a heads up when that time comes next year or whenever the date is revealed, get on it. If you truly want to make it and want to go and have the means to make it, or you live in that area and you want to have an experience, because I'm bringing the scalars out there, I'm bringing so many things out there because I get to do whatever I want out there because we know the owner of the pyramid, which is beautiful. Because I felt like I was somewhat limited in Egypt because they don't allow you to meditate unless you pay the government, this and that. It's kind of sad in a sense too. But I did get a lot, especially from the Nile and at certain temples. I had a beautiful experience. I would do it all over again, even though I somewhat felt limited to certain things I can do. You can't stop the walking breath work. You can't stop that. You can't stop me from breathing. So even though, oh, you're not allowed to sit down there and do this, well, I can move in a certain pattern. I can move atomically. I can move in symmetry and breathe a certain way and get everyone in my group to feel the resonancy energy, to even people who are saying like, hey, are you doing something here, man? I feel it. Please do lives in Egypt. Man, when I was in Egypt, honestly, I even when I was on the boat, I think I only did like one live, or like two lives when I was in Egypt, because I was just so much in the moment over there. Like, especially when you have a week, I honestly didn't even want to go live and share anything. Honestly, I just wanted to be fully immersed in that moment. But I felt like it was nice to share at that time. It was a nice calm down too to share at that time too. So I wasn't that occupied at the moment. But when I'm in those temples and you know observing and feeling, I'm just in the zone. I don't even want to go live. I don't even want to. I turn my phone on airplane mode. Isaac, greetings, Isaac.
Hey, Devon.
Greetings, brother. Do you want to share your scalar experience?
Yeah, I've actually been sitting on the line since you started.
Oh, it's a little bit windy, brother. I can't hear you.
Yeah, the wind really just picked up. Here, let me get down a little bit. Maybe it'll cut it down a little bit.
There we
Is
go.
that better?
Yeah. Do share your scalar experience, brother. Yeah, for sure. I can hear you now.
So, okay, I've been just sitting outside with my car, watching the sky, looking for clouds to kind of do anything, but it's just been clear above my car pretty much the whole day, and you can see there's clouds over there,
Ah,
clouds on that end, and there's clouds on the other side of the car over there too.
there it
But
is.
yeah, like 20 minutes ago, I saw some clouds come up right here, and then it just like dissipated.
Woo!
Everything just disappeared, and you can see right back there. Clouds
Yeah, it's actually
dissipating.
literally surrounding you. Have you got like a full? Have you done like a 360?
Yeah,
What's surrounding you? Clouds. Yeah, I can see it now. See it? It's literally surrounding the car.
yeah. See everything
Ah.
breaking up right there. Those are all broken up.
Wow. Wow. And this is what I mean, turning your car into a sucker punch without just taking a picture of it. Imagine what we do with soil. Imagine what we do with even hospitals. I'm even thinking about taking pictures of hospitals. I don't know if I should have made that public, but yeah. Yeah, things of that nature. Just taking a picture literally turned the car into a sucker punch. How beautiful is it?
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I know you've been on the wave, breath
Right.
wise. Have you felt any difference next to the car? Because I know you're energy sensitive.
Yeah. A little bit. It's more. I don't have like a description for it. It's just my body is responding to it. So my body just like shakes almost like.
Mm.
Yeah, just a good vibration in my body is what it.
Have you driven it?
Yeah, I've driven it a little bit, and it seems like I'm like tapping into the energy down in Miami. Like that's what it feels like. I'm tapping back into the energy from the breath retreat back in November. You know, it's like
Yeah,
sometimes
because we had a scalar where everyone was sleeping at, and that was the first time I've ever done something like that when I was coming out with it. So everyone got a sense of what that feels like. Some people couldn't really describe it, and that's okay. Like, I mean, it's just one of those indescribable things where you know something is being affected, and it's even more than placebo at this point. Even with your car,
yeah,
seeing that's really cool.
yeah, yeah. I'll get like the smells, like sensations of Miami. Like I'll smell the ocean. I'm nowhere near the ocean, but
Mm.
can just smell it when I'm breathing in the car or yeah.
Well, hope to see you soon, brother. Come on down.
Sounds good, man. I'd love to.
Come on down if you can. June 11th.
June 11th.
Yeah, June 11th is Brett Dojo 6. It's going to be in person. It's going to be an all-day thing. If you
Awesome.
can. If you can.
I may have to tune in virtually, but yeah.
All good, brother. I don't feel like it's going to be... I'm definitely going to do maybe do one more before I leave to Texas and Cali around going to Mexico around that time. So there will definitely be more opportunities because someone also in here. So there'll be definitely more opportunities for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, brother. Have a breathful day.
Appreciate you, bro.
Peace and harmony.
Peace.
Okay, well, I had no idea what was going on scaling, but I drive my car and I'm somewhere new. Radio starts making frequency tuning noise. Botanica 7, were you part of the Scalar experiment at all? Because I felt like some people who also logged on and shared their car really didn't know what was happening. But if you were part of the Scalar experiment, if you want to hop on here and share what's been going on. For us personally, I took a new picture of my car, and I do notice gas-wise. Oh, that also probably explains the power. Like he was talking about how the other cars couldn't really go up, and that car in particular had an issue, and now it goes zoom, right? So more horsepower, maybe more horsepower is given to the car. So if there's more horsepower that's evident, I think mileage wise, technically should be better. In a sense, in a way. It depends on, if it's a Honda, of course. If it's well, still, I'm really curious. I have a few friends that own supercars. I have a few clients that own supercars. So maybe I might do some experiment that way because they do complain about gas. They do. I used to complain about gas too. I used to complain about gas when, I was in the supercar world in my old life. Greetings, sister.
Hi, how have you been, brother?
I'm electrically heating up in the sun right here.
It's been a while. Last time I saw you was Purple Palms.
Ah, yes. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. We're getting ready for a market today, and I'm very excited. And I've been listening in to your talking about your breath work and talking with other people all morning, and it's really inspired me as to listen to my own breathing right now, because I have a tendency to get a lot of anxiety with these events that happen often. Like we do them weekly and monthly. We have a lot going on, and sometimes I forget to just breathe, to just be here and now. So I've been like a little bit overwhelmed, like preparing a lot this morning, and just listening to you talk has helped me learn that I need to focus more on my breathing. It's like it's important. Do you have any advice for me as far as learning how to focus on not thinking and breathing more?
Yeah, so one thing I can give you is silencing your inhales and be more auditory on your exhales, especially with the nose. So silent inhales, auditory exhales. And another one you can simply start doing is as you inhale, say inhale. As you exhale, say exhale. And ride those patterns. That's a great starting foundation as well.
Thank you. I appreciate you very much. Are you going to be busy later?
Yes, actually. I have a few people coming over about the land that we're hosting Brett Dojo 6 at. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, got that going on.
Wonderful. Well, I would love to interview you at some point, virtually or in person, if we ever can, because we talked about it like a year ago.
Oh, Sam, wow. Yeah, DM me.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay, I have to go through a lot of
Yeah. Whenever
DMs,
you
but
get a chance, because when we met, I was like, yes, dude, I felt so connected to you, and I'm just happy that I tuned in this morning. And how often do you do these so I can continue tuning in?
randomly. I
Okay.
just come on here randomly. I don't even like to set
Tell
it. I think
anyone?
huh?
You don't even tell anybody. You just pop in.
Yeah, I just pop in. This one was the first one in a long time that I said, "Hey guys, I'm coming on here 11 a.m. Eastern time."
Oh, I feel so honored. I feel so grateful. Thank you for having me. Thank you for listening to everybody. I was thinking while I was listening that it's so kind of you to take the time to listen to what everyone has to say, even if like you may not always agree with everything, but just to listen and just to be there and just to allow us to express our energy and to release it. Just thank you so much. It means a lot.
Aho, sister. Have a breathful day.
I love that. Thank you. You too.
Peace
Bye.
and harmony. Hey. All right, looks like we are dwindling down. If anyone wants to hop on here live, I feel like this is definitely AMA moment. San Antonio, Texas is in the house. Right back to you. Salute. All right, we have two more people, and then I'm out of here because got some errands to do. Brett Dojo 6 is coming along. Greetings.
Hello, greetings, family. Hello.
Hola. Were you part of the Scalar experiment?
No. Unfortunately, I was not able to be having some free time for that, but I do have your scalar. I do
Oh,
have.
snap. Yeah.
Yeah.
How has
Yeah.
that experience been?
Okay, let's see. Y'all want to see it? Y'all want to see it? I got both connections in. Yeah, dude. I've been experiencing major shifts in my timeline, reality, major shifts, business, partnerships, environment, especially with that. I saw that you were talking to homie about the chemtrail detox. Definitely, especially where I'm from, Brownsville, Texas. You know, the new hotspot for Elon. So there's a lot of
Oh.
yeah. That's this is what I'm here fighting the good fight, you know. Yeah, so like things are changing very rapidly here because of his influence. So
Watch how schools react. I'll give it six years. Watch
oh,
how schools
definitely,
react.
bro. Three more schools have just been built just because since he's come, you know. He's given my city corruption money. Straight up. And it's just, you know, coming from someone, I've lived here all my life. And just from him being here so short, the severity of his influence and how things and people change. Yeah. So definitely been keeping close, utilizing the scalars, the sucker punches, you know.
Have you tried not tried. Have you typed in EMF detox and stuff like that on it?
Yeah, I do have the EMF detox on it.
Okay, fire.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
that's what I want to ask you. Are you living alone, or do you notice either your neighbor even? I don't know.
Okay, well,
Your surrounding environments. How were they reacting to it?
okay, so I actually just recently moved this past week, but I was living in a community, so my neighbors are nicer. I mean, I operate my business out of my home, and you know, it went from being nosy to, hey, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've experienced community home.
Community, like the birds, my plants, they just started, you know, flocking, flourishing. Definitely experienced that. Even my inside home, my inside plants that need a certain amount of light. There's just
Let them know.
yeah.
Let them know. Save
It's
the
where I'm
soil.
from.
This is a simple solution. You really want to save the soil?
Feed
Sure,
them.
we can even do it with pictures. We can even do it with pictures now.
Yeah, fam, definitely. I started with you with the when you started giving out the DNA scalar, like sending your DNA. Shit. I'm sorry. I'm a cusser. This is I'm sorry. Sorry guys. I live alone, so I don't really have to.
No, let it out. Let it out. Be
um,
authentic here. It's okay.
yes. It's just it's something I work on. Vocabulary. Yeah, fam, I've been steady watching, steady listening, steady observing everything that you're doing and implementing it in my life. And it's definitely only beneficial, needed changes. Yeah.
I feel like congrats on. I guess you live by yourself now, or a better
Yes.
situation.
Yes, sir. But yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Congrats on that. That's a big move.
Thank you,
Uh,
brother.
Especially keeping up the scalar vibrations, your vibrations mentally as well, and just keep on growing that and growing that, and it'll help flourish what's already inside even more, and whatever you're building, whatever you're creating, that it's gonna go into that, and as more you're consistent with it, more intentional with it as well, it's just gonna you're gonna hear the breath of that even more and more and more become more apparent and start to echo. And I'm really honored to also be part of your journey in this sense. Thank you so much.
Thank you, hermano. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, man. Especially, I took a picture of I have my logo. I put a pyrite on there. Got my linked pyrite in my little money bag, and I don't have to worry about nothing no more.
Aho, brother. Aho. So
That's
now,
what.
something to note: if you guys are not familiar with Scalar, you can even take a business logo like he's done, put it onto the Scalar. Now, everyone that has your logo or that product with the logo, it's sending it out with that same exact frequencies that he's running at his home.
Word. Yes. Word. Truth.
Yeah. On top of that, you're part of the Scalar grid that we're creating with the Scalar stickers in that sense. So we're just building and building, and with every breath, it's getting better and better, more efficiently, and with every breath, it's going to help more people that need it as well. Surrounding wise, you're in the heart of Elon in a sense. And
Oh,
what I meant by the schools was the kids going to certain schools, even the ones he's building. There's going to be a lot of Wi-Fi routers in there. There's going to be a lot of
oh,
experiments sort of
Oh
speak
no, yeah, I've
portionally.
already seen them. Like 5G was definitely, the small cells. Like this is where I'm from is a very small city. I guess
Oh snap! Okay,
so you can definitely tell.
yeah.
Okay, so like the water towers, they're putting the 5G in,
Oh,
in the middle, of
oh.
the big old pole. You know what I'm saying? Like they hide it in the middle instead of putting it at the top, and they're gonna cover it like if it's inside the main water pole,
Mm,
like type stuff. Like they're not putting it on the top of the poles anymore. They're hiding them in big hollow ones.
mm.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hey, bro. Hey, brother. Hey, brother. What you can do? Take a picture of that. Do the biogeometric blueprint like it has in the Scalar video tutorial. Put that on there. Hey, do your whole community if you can, like going around driving, just screenshot it if you can. What I would suggest is taking a picture of the places that you know, like, hey, there's a 5G here. I know, this has kind of crime area, whatever the case may be. Taking a picture of those areas and just making like a collage, and then just putting it onto the scale. So you can, no matter, even if it's tiny, even if you like shrink it, it's still a fingerprint. It still has the energetic fingerprint
Right.
of what you took a picture of, no matter how small it is. So don't worry about it being big. That really won't do anything, honestly, or shift it as much. It's an energetic fingerprint that's important. That the time of date you taking the picture of, that's important. So when you're taking the picture of all these places, collage them together and then put the biogeometric blueprint over there and then put it onto the scaler. And definitely check out the tutorial if you didn't with the
Oh yeah,
holographics and why we use holographics.
definitely. Yes, yes. I have. Yeah.
All right, brother. I'm gonna let other people tap in, but you wanted to say something else? One more thing.
Peace and love, harmony, brother.
All right, we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'll keep in touch. DMs you. I know I recently reached out if I had the scaler actually plugged up all correctly and whatnot, but uh, I know it's working.
At this
Yeah,
point, yes.
I
All right,
know it's
brother.
working.
Peace.
Peace, love, harmony. Thank you.
We'll need to abandon our cell phones to escape from the technology and dirty EMF cage developing on Earth. I don't think it's that simple because there's a group of people who are going to lead one way, and just like everything, beyond countries, beyond borders, we live on a planet on a planet. We don't just live in a country. We don't just live in a city. We live on a planet, right? And there are a lot of significant documentation I do want to put out there. No matter how rural you are, if there's a cell phone tower, even 6, 10 miles away, it's still affecting rural areas where they're developing certain random diseases that they didn't even see in 20 plus years, you know? So we live on a planet. Are you going to destroy all the EMF towers? Right now, it's not really that practical, but I do see a future where the more conscious we are of technology and harmonizing with technology rather than making it a demonizing or degrading it, because the tree itself is a technology, right? Why do people think, why do they dress the EMF towers as trees? You think it's just a camouflage? No. These people understand energetics in a sense where, oh, it has the tree geometry. So since it has the tree geometry, it's even worse. And I'll tell you why it's worse. Just like our skin, how our skin is very intelligent, right? Don't you think the tree's aura is intelligent? So it's just like you don't know who is a transgender at this point in this day and age. You don't know who's a transgender or change their sex, whatever the case may be, right? That is how the tree, when they're energetically connecting to the symmetry of other trees, oh, you look like a tree, so let me lap on energetically to you. So, like I said, doesn't matter how far you are rurally, those frequencies generate all around the world. So, just like with one of my mentors, that turn on the scalar in a remote place, he could start hearing the pitches in the mountains that was once written in history books, or not history books, ancient books, if you will, that once upon a time we were actually hearing pitches. It was actually natural to hear natural frequencies pitching. And what was that? That was coming from the earth. When either some pyramids were alive, even if you don't believe in pyramids, this and that, certain temples harmonize on an energetic grid. When you go to these temples, you hear the pitch even louder because they're on the energetic grid of a certain alignment with Earth. And you could hear certain pitches. So the reason why he could hear more pitches now, because with the scalar, he lifted the veil in a sense of what that EMF satellites all over, what they're doing to actual Earth. It's not just one pocket. It's you live in a rural area, right? But what about that country that has EMF? What about that country? It's literally circling around that rural area. So in essence, are you truly rural? Not necessarily. Everything's not truly black and white. Like I said with the trees, why are they dressing up the EMF towers with trees? Is it just to camouflage? Is it just to make look nice? No, they know what they're doing with geometry here. And with the intelligence of trees, unfortunately, they're manipulating the intelligence of trees. That's why there are videos out there that you see in certain towns where the tower is right next to a tree and the tree is like decaying. Wait a minute. Shouldn't the tree be more powerful than the EMF at this point, right? That's what you would think, right? Because it's still connected to Earth, this and that, right? Because of manipulation of the energetic frequencies. So it's in your best alignment to do what you can in your area and build up the harmonious frequencies as much as possible. Just like what I told the brother, go around, take pictures of the area to do even more with this and using the scalar this way. And it's like you're fighting, I don't want to say fighting, but you're combating a silent war. That's what's happening. It's just like what they did beautifully in Chicago, where they had all the group of monks focus on that one area of Chicago. And within months, the crime rate went down, right? Well, imagine taking a picture of a certain area of a crimeful area and putting it onto scale and running 24/7. That way, we don't have to extinguish so much energy focusing on that. We can focus on other things, right? We can focus on what our ancient ancestors were focusing on beyond the egocentric self, in a sense, right? We don't have to focus too much on crime at that point when we have certain technologies focusing on that, harmonizing and not demonizing, not not creating destruction, if you will, combating certain deharmonious frequencies, right? It's like with these politicians. So the politicians in general have created a machine that fights for them, right? They don't go out in the front line. They don't pick up a gun. They manipulated people to go out and quote unquote fight, right? I'm not generalizing, but I'm saying certain spaces. If they have ill intentions of robbing a country of its resources, now this goes different from protection. Protection is totally different. Of course, you want to arm yourself, protect yourself in a certain sense. It's just like with the school shootings, if you will. When teachers have guns, people are less likely to do what they're less likely to do with gun going and shooting this and that. And they did a survey. They asked the kids, hey, do you feel safe around your teachers having guns? And it's a 99% yes. It's a very interesting topic. All right, we have one more live, one more person tapping in. And then we're going to end it from here. Okay. Exactly, yeah. The pyramids create health-producing scalar waves. That's why they built them. That's why we focus on tech that was more harmonious, that was less destructuring, in that sense. I don't know what's happening. Alec, where you at? Unable to join. Not sure what's happening, Alec. Disappeared. But anyone else want to go live? I'm actually about to tap out. Will you ever do a breathwork coach certification program? Yes. That is coming the end of the year. And it's more than a certification. We're literally building family here, because when you get certified, you know, one of my drawbacks of doing it for so long, of not doing it for so long, was everything was always evolving, right? Like I said, the breath is still teaching me. Like, that's one of my affirmations. The breath is still teaching me till this day. A lot of people think it's just inhale, exhale. What about mental breath work? What about color breathing? You are a multidimensional being, and the more you get real with your reality, that's what the breath also taught me. The more you get real with your reality, rather than visualizing something that's not really there, or it is there in a sense, but not there in that moment in time, it's like you're feeding something that's not really you, right? And the breath helped me be more in tune with the reality of things, what's in front of me, what's here, what's now. And that's also honoring I like to say, the all that is, if you want to call it universe, God. It's honoring that elemental, natural law of being, saying that thank you for giving me the now, basically. That's how I look at it. It's thank you for giving me the now. Thank you for thank you for allowing me to coexist in this moment. Gratitude, 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 gratitude. All right, my brother want to hop back on again. Greetings, brother. We're back on.
Bro, I've learned so much in such a short period of time. It's crazy. Just watching your content. You know what? I was listening to all of the conversations that you're having, and you're mind-altering stuff. And it keeps me motivated. Because even now, you know what I was up to?
Yeah, do you
I was
share?
like, I was subconsciously listening to the conversation, but I was consciously, you see, I'm applying like polish on the whole car.
Mm-hmm.
The front here, I've already polished. Can you see?
Yeah. By the way, if you guys are
So,
just joining, he put his car onto the scalar wave, and he already shared
yeah,
his. But yeah,
like,
brother,
can you see a
continue.
difference? Can you see the difference? It's looking so fresh. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Like everything's better. You know what I also did? I was wearing a copper bracelet. Do you think that helps with anything?
Yeah, copper bracelet, specifically if it's
Yeah.
twisted, it definitely
Yeah.
helps with EMF. Look into tensor rings specifically.
Yes.
We even use tensor rings on the on the bottom of our Marne glasses, where you can also put
Yeah.
frequencies into the Marne glass. There's this one religious person. I wouldn't say religious, but this one
Yeah.
Christian in our members group, and she
Like a
plays.
very spiritual person, if that's the word.
Yeah, but she's more on the Christian basis, but she still does the
Oh,
breathwork
okay.
practices, stuff like that. But
Mm.
she has played Christian hymns into the water bottle that we sell, the Marne glass, and she's noticed a big difference. So I just want to make it clear that um, even if you're religious, I see a lot of people attacking religion in a sense, and I see a lot of spiritual
Mm.
people attacking religion. And it's like going back and forth. You know,
Yeah.
there's great harmony more than people realize, and the main point is if we're honoring however you may perceive the creator, it always honors the all that is that created the creator in the beginning. Because even the creator
Yeah.
doesn't live by the word creator. It is what it literally is in that sense.
Exactly.
But it knows and feels what your intentions are in a sense, and it's a beautiful thing. tapping into that.
It's
Well,
like,
yeah,
you know,
brother.
like Tupac and Biggie Smalls, they were rapping about that. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, I can't think of the song right now, but they literally say that through their music.
In a sense, yeah. Even later on, Tupac became more, I guess, more spiritual, if you want to call it that. We were more aware in that sense.
Yeah.
But brother, I'm gonna let other people hop on here.
Of course. Thank you. It's such a pleasure always.
Always. All right. And then they disappeared. I don't know where the request went. I saw new requests start to feed in. But let's try again, Alec. If you're still here. All right, I think I've been live for almost 2 hours now. All right, guys, this has been a beautiful live. I appreciate all of you tapping in, sharing the breath in this moment. If you found value in this at all, do share and keep on breathing life into your passion. Keep on breathing life into growth. Keep on breathing life into things that give you a healthy breathing pattern. Listen, feel, and always be in gratitude. Peace and harmony.